Well, hello,
Combat Crew!
Welcome to another reaction.
This one is by
kill
DeadMeat. Yeah, this is MK9. It's the kill count. DeadMeat is a big Mortal Kombat fan, an amazing creator, mostly does horror stuff. If you haven't seen his stuff, definitely check him out down below. Also want to give a shout out to Verdant Light for donating $25 a month on our membership, YouTube membership. We really appreciate your support. We couldn't do any of this without all the support from you guys, and those donations make all the costumes and stuff possible. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're going to get right into the kill count. This is 36 minutes. This is a channel that knows the struggle that we go through on a continuous basis for content, copyright strikes, and sensitive material, things like that.
He went through that a lot with these Mortal Kombat ones, apparently, already in the past.
And this is MK9's story mode kill count. How much you wager?
33.
36. I was going to say 36.
I don't know how many. Probably more than that. But yeah, let's go.
I was probably swayed by the time. It's 36 minutes and 36 seconds long.
Oh, yeah, one per minute, right?
All right.
Let's see it.
3, 2, 1, go. Dead.
Welcome to the kill count.
Oh, look at that. He's been lifting.
Yeah.
He's been doing
and
some
Mortal Kombat media because I like it. That's why
push-aways
today, for
from
our
yourself.
very first video game kill count, I'm looking at, well, Mortal Kombat, released in 2011 and also known as
Such a
Mortal
good
Kombat
game.
9. Don't worry,
The best
everything.
one.
The show has already
Classic.
covered the 3 live-action adaptations of Mortal Kombat, and if you watch those episodes, you know I'm a lifelong fan of this ultra-violent video game series.
Right.
The
Check
first
those
3
out if
games,
you haven't.
including Ultimate 3 and MK Trilogy, were mainstays of my childhood. Thus why they get special kill count privileges, despite not being horror. Though I still maintain they're neighbors to the genre. I mean, this one has
Right.
Freddy Krueger as a DLC character. With the strikes
Definitely
going
a lot
on,
of DLC
I figured
like
I could
that.
take a wild swing and try covering the game series. Because these aren't merely simple fighting games. The Mortal Kombat storyline is a long, convoluted, hot mess of a good time.
Right.
So
Featuring
much
an
lore
absurd
here.
amount of characters
Definitely.
who are all mostly able to stand out, for one reason or another. Technically,
The
the story has been
Band-Aids.
unbroken since Midway
Don't fall
released the
for
first
it.
game 30 years ago in 1992. Of course, back then, the plot was relayed in big chunks of text on screen. You'd learn more if you managed to beat the game, no easy feat that, but to really get a grasp on the lore back then, you'd have to turn to the official comics. Even when the franchise got to the 3D
Oh, yeah,
era,
those
with the
classic
trilogy I
comics.
never played
Super
of Deadly
depth, I like
Alliance,
that.
Deception, and Armageddon, the stories were still confined to text, although at least at that point they had overly dramatic narration.
Once again, the threat to Earthrealm has been vanquished.
Yeah,
The
that guy has
Deadly
a cold
Alliance is
right
no
now.
more.
He had to
I
wait
imagine
till he
most
caught him
players skipped all
before he could do that
got
voiceover.
straight to the button mashing. If the text screen delivery style wasn't bad enough already, MK's story is also confusing and sometimes contradictory. I already mentioned the assload
Right.
of characters. Their alliances are constantly shuffling as they fight and are killed and get brought back to life. That kind of impermanence usually turns me off and is one of my gripes with superhero stuff, but it works for me in Mortal Kombat because it's so ridiculous. And for the most part, the games know they're ridiculous. This is a series that has always been violent to the point of absurdity. Clearly,
Right, yeah.
there's a sense of humor here, even in the
One of the best
infamously
things.
bloody fatalities. The games quickly introduced more comical finishing moves like
I love
Babe-alities
Babe-alities.
and all those silly
That's the
friendships.
heyday. When decisions weren't
Mortal
going
Kombat 9
through
introduces
100
its own new
people
game mechanic called
to
the
do
X-Ray,
something
a
funny or fun.
hilariously
You
over-the-top
know, like, now it's
combination
just-
attack. These attacks are
you
like
gotta
something Art the
screen
Clown
through at
would
least
do.
12
And they don't even
directors.
finish the fight every time. You can come back and win from this. More importantly, though,
Right.
He
MK9
blurred that. You
serves
see him
as
blur
a
it?
soft reboot of the story, which is why it was released simply as Mortal Kombat. It does it in a genius way, technically continuing the story, kind of like the 2009 J.J. Abrams Star Trek film. The beginning of the game sends us back
Which was
through
good.
time, and you play through a slightly altered version of the original trilogy. This time, instead of text dumps, though, you get 2 full hours of cutscenes, complete with voice acting and, well, way too booby of female characters. Seriously,
Yeah,
every
it's
single
insane.
one of them
They're-
is just
they are
jumping up and down the
dolls
screen.
in
And those
this
fucking
one.
outfits, too. Sonya Blade is supposed to be a
Too
special
much.
forces soldier, not a stripper cop. Regardless, the important thing is that the story is no longer confined to end screens and wikis. With Mortal Kombat 9, everyone gets to experience the plot in a modern cinematic rendition, but at the same time, with a few significant changes to keep the longtime fans surprised. In this kill count, I'll mostly be sticking to the story. I'm not a professional gamer who can speak to fighting mechanics or how balanced things are, and to be
Hate
frank,
him.
I don't really care about that stuff. stuff. I ain't playing MK competitively. I'm playing it to watch a stupid, silly story with a ton of cool characters who are gonna rip each other's bodies apart. When it comes to that criteria, MK9 is hella satisfying, and I hope that after this video, some of you can see the fun in the franchise too.
I felt
in a
so
series
bad
best
about
known
that.
for its ultra-violent kills,
Until
how
I
many
met
will there be among the
Bihan
combatants?
in the next game, and I
Combatants
didn't
with a
feel so
K.
bad.
Everything's spelled with a K in Mortal Kombat. Let's find out and get to them.
Yeah, how many is it gonna be?
With a little birdie. Oh, that's now. Oh my God, everyone is dead. This
Does
is
that
the
count?
plot of the scene shown in Mortal Kombat.
Am I immediately
Armageddon,
wrong?
The 7th game in
Yeah.
the series that I've never played
Probably.
at all. If you're wondering why this game, MK9, picks
Now
up
it's
after
now
the
I gotta
7th,
double that. I'm
it's
gonna go
because
like
the 8th was Mortal Kombat
72.
versus DC Universe, but that
I
game's
forgot.
storyline takes place in a sort of standalone timeline, unconnected to the story told throughout.
Let's not
the
mention
games.
that game.
This tapestry of carnage with a K gives us 33 dead characters, all
Well, I was
screwed
right about
the
that
Pyramid of Argus.
part,
Scorpion can no longer get over.
Only at the beginning.
Baraka's had a catastrophe. Johnny Cage
Number
lost his
one
cool
is
guy
33
glasses.
immediate
Sonya
deaths.
Blade has
Forgot.
lost a cool gal legs. Shiva's been stuck with a
We
green
didn't
energy
see it
arrow
happen,
from
though,
Titan,
you know?
staying
Yeah.
true to the events of Armageddon. And Kung Lao's
They're
been
there.
hurt a bit too hard by Shin.
That's all that matters.
The only two still living combatants are the Elder God Raiden and his Elder ass kicker Shao Kahn. As he tosses Raiden like an elder baby, his amulet falls and shatters on the ground. Shao Kahn says it's hammer time, and Raiden knows his goose is cooked. He decides to use his shattered amulet as a payphone to the past, but he's only got enough change to say one thing.
Must win.
With that, he gets Shao Kahn'd, and though we don't see it happen,
He gets Shao
still
Kahn'd
counting
like
him as
Gallagher.
dead. Now we're soaring
I don't know
and
about
flying
that.
through Raiden's memories.
Can't he
There's
not
a
die?
game in
I don't-
MK's past that we can't reach. Oh, but maybe just keep flying past special forces. No, thank you. Instead, we're going all the way back to the first
Could be the
game,
first
where
thing
Shang
level,
Tsung
that
has
thing.
gathered combatants for a tournament on his mystery island. Raiden gets the message from his future self in the form of his present amulet cracking.
It is nothing, Liu Kang.
Yeah, okay, bullshit. Raiden is voiced by Richard Epcar, who's no stranger to fighting games, having voiced fighters in DOA, Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, and Tekken 7.
Joker
as well
in
as the
Injustice,
Joker in Injustice, another NetherRealm series.
Oh, he's going
that's
all
spun
over the
off from
place.
MKVDC.
Sure is.
Epcar also voiced
Great
Raiden
actor.
in that game, as well as in MKX and MK11, and his is probably my favorite depiction of Raiden across all Mortal Kombat media. Sadly, it doesn't look
Agreed.
like
He
he'll be
has to
returning for
have
MK1.
the
Shang
clava
Tsung gives
on.
his usual Shang spiel. He's here on behalf of Shao Kahn, Scary Skull Mask guy, who's the ruler of Outworld, which he wants to merge with Earthrealm, which is, you know, Earth. The only legal way to do that, according to the laws of the Elder Gods, is to win 10 Mortal Kombat tournaments in a row.
In a
Outworld's
row.
already won 9, so if Earthrealm loses this one, it's
Same as
about to be
95.
time all the time. From London to the Bay. Earthrealm's
Uh-oh.
fighters include the guy who worships Raiden, Liu Kang, a Shaolin monk. There's also Special Forces agent Sonya Blade, who's definitely not on a deep cover mission since she's walking around with her things be thangin'. That attracts Johnny
Her
Cage.
things be
famous
thangin'.
actor.
Massive Strike, Citizen Cage, Ninja Mime.
Don't knock Ninja Mime. We see later they had a pervasive marketing campaign. I wonder if any of those billboards are for your consideration. Cage
And the
doesn't really
actual
know what's
incarnate
going on
in
here, but Shang
MK1
Tsung chooses
now.
him as
Right,
the first
yeah.
combatant. So, who's he gonna face?
Reptile.
Of fucking course, Outworld's resident jobber. Reptile, real name Syzoth, is a Saurian, a descendant species of Earthrealm dinosaurs who went to live in another realm, which Outworld eventually conquered. Reptile served his new rulers loyally, but in practice, dude's always the first fight and always loses. It's kinda sad, especially since it was such a pain in the ass trying to fight him in the first
Yes.
round.
Yeah,
You had to
why?
do your 6th pit trip with a Blip Moon Shadow combined with no blocking and a double flawless victory with a non-stage fatality. That sounds
It's
like
a hard
joke, but
thing to do
no,
for me.
That is the actual process you needed to do to fight him. How
It
the
took
mighty have
so
fallen.
long
Cage
for
puts the
people to
Lizard
figure
Man
that
down,
out
as well
in
as Baraka, another
MK9
one of
that you
Outworld's
could do the same
forefathers.
thing.
He's a Tarkaden, who are sharp toothy boys.
Remember?
Tarkat.
Which
Yeah.
ridiculous in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, that
looks
Shang
terrible.
Tsung
Yeah, I
tells
forgot
Johnny
about
to
how
kill
bad that
Baraka,
looked.
but despite the peer pressure, Cage refuses.
Very well. The tournament will resume at dawn.
What? You can just say no? I guess it makes sense in Attorney. where the
Forgot his
contestants enter
acting.
to play
Voice
the
acting
law.
I
there.
forgot
Not as
about
good.
that voice. Is not
Yeah.
my favorite.
Cage makes friends with Raiden and Liu, then sets out to pester Sonya.
I specialize in rescuing damsels in distress.
She tells the greasy D-bag to fuck off, and we have to use our greasy D-pad to fight her, which is, you know, kinda messed up. Then frickin' Kano arrives, and the nasty
But
Ozzy
just to calm her
Ozzy
down.
hits Cage with an impromptu pit fatality.
Almost
Johnny
looks like a
survives
wedgie.
and fights him off.
Throw that on your Barbie. shrimp.
This Barbie shrimp is head of the Black Dragon Crime Syndicate, and he's been selling weapons to Outworld. That's pretty much all Kano does, but we love him in this house. Great voice performance by Michael McConaughey, who would reprise the role in MKX. After he defeats Kano, Sonya instantly forgives Cage as the slightly less despicable man in her life. Sonya searches for Jax, her commanding officer who's held prisoner somewhere on this island. She passes the Out Body Worlds exhibit, giving us 2 more to add to the count, then finds Jax stuck behind bars. Before she can help him, Shang Tsung shows up, flanked by guards and yin-yang kitsune masks. They look just like they did in the first game, standing in front of all those polite spectators. Raiden
presumption is kills happen at some point,
allowing Sonya to free Jax with her energy bracelets. They're able to get to a waterfall evac area worthy of a Jurassic Park film. Unfortunately, someone doesn't endorse the park, and the chopper gets fireballed out of the sky. Not sure how many people were in there, so I can only count
it's
one.
a Shang Tsung blast.
I'll call him Steve to humanize him. Bye, Steve. That stinger came from Shang Tsung, who laughs at Sonya and parades as gang past her. Kano, Katana, and Jade, the latter 2 Adanians. More on them later. Cage and Raiden find the stranded special forces.
Casually walking by.
Heals Jax with lightning?
That's amazing.
No, that's bullshit. Raiden tells everyone about the visions he's had from the future, Shao Kahn conquering Earthrealm and everyone here becoming vulture food.
I believe these flashes are a guide to defeating Shao Kahn. But disrupting the flow of time can have serious consequences.
Boy, will they. He says they must fight in the tournament and win. He can't, though, since he's an Elder God and ain't allowed to interfere. The next day, his flashes help him discover an undercover Kung Lao, another Shaolin monk, currently disguised as an Elvis fan. Kung Lao's jelly of Liu Kang, the Shaolin Golden Boy, so he offers to fight Scorpion, an undead ninja whose name was once Hanzo Hasashi. Scorpion kicks his ass without even really wanting to. He's here for revenge.
I demand Sub-Zero.
He wants to fight the Ice Ninja Sub-Zero, real name Bihan, because his clan of assassins, the Lin Kuei, murdered Scorpion and all the rest of his family and clan, the Shirai Ryu. This was depicted in the amazing
that's my wife now.
2021 film. But Raiden has a vision that if Scorpion kills Subby, bad things will happen.
Very not
He
nice.
makes a deal with
Did
Scorpion
not
not to do it.
Spare Sub-Zero's life, and I will request that the Elder Gods return the Shirai Ryu to the realm of mortals.
Wait, what? Again, you can just do that? To get to Sub-Zero, Scorpion's gonna have to go through his Lin Kuei condiment friends, Mustard Cyrax, and Ketchup Sector. He dresses them down and earns the fight he really wants against Bihan, who's always just, he's so
dick.
frosty, like all the time. He's like actively sublimating. Scorpion takes the fight to the Nether Realm, another one of the 6 main realms. It's basically hell. Scorpion's
So Bihan
comfy
can have a
down here since
disadvantage.
he's a revenant. After Bihan killed him, he was brought back to life by Quan Chi, that cool-looking sorcerer with the deep voice.
I love him. Just kidding.
Quan
Hate
Chi
it.
reminds Scorpion
Oh.
of the Lin Kuei massacred the
Vibrate.
Shirai
I miss that
Ryu.
voice
And while I
actor.
like this art style, I'm gonna skip counting any of these kills. Feels
Yeah,
a bit
'cause that-
too
how
abstract
many would
for
that
me,
be?
Like Scorpion was reading about it in a book or something. But it's still real to Scorpion, damn it! So he reveals his bastard Skelly face and kills Sub-Zero off screen? What? Looks like he burned Bihan down to the
Okay,
bone and ripped his
yeah,
head off.
so that's
Raiden's not
38.
mad at you, Hanzo.
Oh,
He's just
already.
disappointed.
So my original
Cyrax
prediction is
upset
bad.
about the murder of his ninja mate, but
Yeah, I
Raiden
did
tells
bad
him to
too.
chill out because the Lin Kuei kind
But
of
my second
They're
prediction
fighting
is
for
72.
Outworld, even though they're from
Lin Kuei
Earthrealm.
don't suck, but they
Betraying
do
your
suck
own
a little
realm?
at this point.
I expect better, even from an assassin.
Oh, also, their leader wants to turn them all into robots. It's called the Cyber Initiative. To test
I hate it.
Cyrax's
He's so
loyalty to
happy
Outworld,
about
Shao
that.
Kahn has him
It's
fight
called the
Johnny
Cyber
Cage.
Initiative.
When Cyrax wins, he's told the usual.
Finish him.
But a grumpy god shake from Raiden makes him grant mercy to the cagester. Very little
That didn't
finishing
work
going on here.
with
They must not have the
with
issue of
me.
Nintendo power.
When he looked at me like that, it didn't work.
This disobedience upsets Cyrax's superior Sector.
Not a lot of
prominent
finishing
cheerleader
happening in
of the
MK1
Cyber
either.
Initiative. Cyrax is not, so they fight about it. And while Cyrax wins this fight, he won't win the war. Raiden has another flash of his future self's cryptic message.
Must win.
He decides it's Liu Kang who must win, but to do so, he'll have to get through Ermac first. Ermac's a weird soul Frankenstein.
Oh, I like how he
Multiple
looks
dead
here.
guys.
We are many. You are one. We will destroy you.
Liu Kang kicks his ass though, or kicks their asses.
Just didn't
earning the
don't want
attention
to see his
of Katana.
nose.
She's the Adanian princess fighting for Outworld on behalf of her father Shao Kahn, scary skull mask guy. She loses her spar against Liu, but they definitely be flirting while they beating each other down.
You're
Oh,
Show me more.
I mean, not too much more she can.
Well,
do,
it kind of
but
went
she
like that
will
in
speak to
'95
him in
movie,
her
but except
love
for it's the other way
language.
around.
Do it.
Katana was like kind of beating him up.
Kill me.
Ha, it's true what they say. Men are from Earthrealm and women are from Outworld. Liu chooses not to kill her, which in this game series is the start of a romantic
I still have to dress up like her,
Liu Kang's
sadly.
the last Earthrealm combatant, but he's still got to fight Goro.
Ends in a hug.
Goro.
Goro's
like a
the reigning champion
kiss,
of Mortal Kombat,
kind of,
and to
in
fight him, you
one.
gotta go through Goro's hole. Liu's pooped out of the Goro hole
Goro's
into a
hole.
dungeon, where he meets Goro, the four-armed prince of the Shao Kahn and forever fan favorite. I mean, how couldn't he be? He looks terrifying in the first game. There, he was portrayed by a stop-motion figure, while everyone else was played by actors using mocap. No, I didn't mean that mocap. No one ever means that mocap. I meant motion-captured actors.
Mocap
All
for
these
MK1.
badasses. Liu Kang defeats Goro almost as
The original
quickly as Brady
actors,
Cole Young,
respect.
and returns to the throne room so he can face the real final challenge, Shang Tsung himself. Though the sorcerer is a shapeshifter and much more agile than you might expect for his age, Liu Kang wins, officially ending the tournament and saving Earthrealm. Yay! Earthrealmers rejoice! Yeah, Outworlders, y'all get out of here, you and your booty cheeks.
Yay, we win.
This is where the
I know, it's
storyline
very
of
on
the first
purpose.
Mortal Kombat ended, but it's not the end here, since Raiden's amulet is still cracking. Sorry. That means he's still gotta find a way to change the future. Right after this Star Wars ceremonial celebration, where the Shaolin monks sit on the coolest platform ever made. Let's hear it for that platform. So polite.
I like it, too.
In this game. I think
Being
it's safe to
suspended by
say that
statues
Mortal
and
Kombat
ropes.
9 saved the franchise.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a round of applause indeed. While the 3D era has its fans, most people were disappointed with Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, since it was rated
Right.
teen and thus was mostly bloodless. I mean, Warner Brothers wasn't
Fatalities.
gonna let Superman spine.
Where were they?
Midway, the company that made every Mortal Kombat game, filed for bankruptcy mere months after MKVDCU's release. Thankfully, when Warner Brothers bought the IP, they also kept on a lot of Midway's team, who rebranded as NetherRealm
Ed Boon
Studios.
got paid.
They got more money, better offices, and most importantly, more time to spend developing the game, and they used it wisely. They went back to a mature rating and reinstituted all the blood, while carrying over all the good things from MKVDCU, like its story mode. Mortal Kombat 9
And a
was
lot of
monster
fatalities.
hit, and I love that it allowed a team of developers to make a successful comeback. Shao Kahn gets shouty at Shang Tsung for dang losing.
500 years I have waited. Now I must wait 500 more.
Just to be the man
Hey, that's
who
a
waits
long
1,000
time.
years to conquer your home world. The sorcerer tells Shao Kahn he's got another idea. First, he's got to get all young and sexy. The character's appearance changed like this in Mortal Kombat 2 when he became a playable character. It changed again in Mortal Kombat 3 when he became Alice Cooper. Shang Tsung Mark II
thank you
tells
for
Raiden he's about to have one
saying
more
that
turn,
reference.
the last one, he swears. If Outworld wins, it'll merge with Earthrealm, obviously. But if Earthrealm wins, Shao Kahn will stop trying to take it over, forever. Like, seriously,
No.
he swears. Raiden doesn't
I
agree
believe
at
him.
first, so Shang Tsung opens a portal to Outworld. Let's start a war! Start an inter-realm war! With arcade tens! K-tens! The toothy turds do quite the number and kidnap Sonya Blade off screen. In the process, 22 of them
That's so
get killed in
risky,
the battle,
man.
along with 5
Wow,
Shaolin
do
monks I see
cartons
lying
even
around
count?
in the background.
I don't know if they
Raiden has a
should.
vision of Liu
65
Kang
now.
with his new turn.
They're not
But
really
since fulfilling
real
the vision
people.
last time didn't stop his amulet
Half a
from
person,
cracking,
maybe?
He reasons these visions might be of things he has to stop from happening.
Perhaps he must win refers to another.
And perhaps your hat is kind of dumb. Raiden agrees to the new rules, and they head to the tourney, which will be held in Outworld. Jax just comes along to find Sonya, but now that
And to
he's
get his
here,
arms ripped
might as
off.
well
Don't
compete.
forget about that.
Jackson Briggs, you will face Baraka.
Oh, no worries, man. You'll be back looking for Sonya in no time. Raiden's already having visions
Poor
of her in
Baraka.
his next MK fanfiction. They wind up looking for her in
Fanfic.
Mustafar, I think, where they have a quick fight with the Adanian Jade. When the cameraman refuses to rack focus away from her rack, we cut away to Sonya being held captive by Shiva, a Shokan.
Got the same
Goro,
boobs.
who's loyal to
Every
the Adanians,
woman has the same
including
boobs
Princess
here.
Katana and the Cleavage Canyon known as Jade. Adania was one of the 6 main
They're all the
realms,
same
corresponds to
model.
each,
Yeah.
you know, like the garden variety. Unfortunately for
How
that,
dare they.
Adania was merged with Outworld after Shao Kahn won 10 Mortal Kombat tournaments in a row. Adanians look like humans, but are descended from gods and age much slower. Katana is like 10,000 years old, the friggin' cougar. Jax attacks the guards in the Deadpool stage, which made its first appearance in Mortal Kombat 2. Here, it has 2 dead guys chained up in the background, who I'll count. I'll also count one of
Okay,
these weird,
67.
fleshy Gamorrean guard guys who jacks American gladiators into the
I'm gonna say
inconvenient acid
87.
which was a a stage
The joust.
you could do in MK2.
I'm going
That's my new guess.
116.
Allows him to save Sonya from the entity. Sub-Zero's
At this
back,
point.
hanging out with a smoky Lin Kuei ninja named...
Man, I look good.
Standing next to these
Should've
two,
worn that
feels like
mask.
you're in a theme park.
Yes,
Why to wear?
But wait a minute.
Smoke looked really
Sub-Zero
good.
died.
This one, no.
We saw it, kinda. That was OG subby Bi-Han.
And I
This is
look better.
Bi-Han's younger brother, Kuai Liang. who's
The better
taking him
dressed
over
one.
So he can be Subby too. Sub-Zero and Smoke are trying to learn what
Subby
happened
number
to Bi-Han.
2.
Maybe check below the 37 goddamn bodies in the back.
I'm already wrong.
Man,
Great.
I didn't think this would be
37
like the
more
Purge.
just added to the total.
Smoke finds
183.
Kano selling rocket launchers to
5.
Shang Tsung, a
I
guy
said
that's
116
already
and I was
The
like trying to go
rocket
higher.
launcher thing
Like,
is
why spend
ridiculous.
your money, dude? Smoke kicks Kano's ass in a forest where 8
I
dead
hated
bodies
that
can be
part.
seen in the background. That includes one guy who's become a
I wasn't
snake
thinking
nest
about
we'll see
this
again
as the
later.
thing.
Don't complain
He
I
doesn't
missed
need to
him
do
when
it.
we get there. Smoke's victory is short-lived since he gets an invisible beating courtesy of a cyborgified sector. He's here to spread the good word of the Cyber
Damn
Initiative.
cyber.
Return with us to begin your transformation.
Always asking if I want a cyber. I always say no.
You're a cyborg.
Yes, thank you. That
good
cyborg is
voice
defeated,
mod,
but
too.
Smoke's still about to become an e-cigarette. Raiden sees a vision.
Ah!
Fans know that's what happened to him during the original timeline. Raiden
Oh, see,
interferes
that's
this
where the
time,
name
killing
came
Smoke's
from.
6 would-be captors and seriously voiding their warranties.
From the
Yes,
ending.
cyborgs
Does that count as a
have
kill, though? It's a
recognized
robot.
people, okay? Thanks to Raiden.
Well,
Okay,
you gotta-
he just said that.
Brain.
Probably one who smells like cigars. Sub-Zero also finds a cyber Lin Kuei, and it's tragically Cyrax, who didn't even want to become a robot man in the first place. Subby Z beats him up, then runs into Sonya and Jax, who tell him his brother Bi-Han was killed by Scorpion.
Dun dun dun.
All of a sudden, Ermac comes out of the portal all pissed
And then
off.
rips
Uses
off
his creepy
Jax's
dead guy
arms.
magic to freaking burst Jax's arms apart.
Ah.
That shit is so much more than just a flesh wound. Jax didn't have metal arms.
Which was
during
worse, his or
premiere in Mortal
Bi-Han
Kombat
doing it?
2, but he had them for the third game, where they were bionic enhancements he voluntarily wore over his regular arms. This was also the case in MK Annihilation.
It looked so
but elsewhere,
pathetic
they're
in
replacement arms,
the
like
new
in a
movie.
comic where Baraka cut them off, or in the 2021 film where Sub-Zero shattered them apart, or in the animated feature Scorpion's Revenge, where Goro rips them off, which might be the coolest way for them to go. Sub-Zero finds Shao Kahn and demands to face his brother's killer, so Quan Chi does that voodoo that he do so well and brings out the Scorpion King. The Ice Ninja
Scorpion
defeats the
King.
Replicant
Ah, the
and is allowed
Rock.
to put him down for good when Cyber Lin Kuei show up and
No,
seduce
not
Subby.
this.
Sector and Cyrax leave the
Oh, I
charge.
Yeah.
hate it. I can't
You become
stand
the
this
snow
part.
cone machine now.
Dad, because she doesn't kill this bald dude she defeats in combat with a K. Wait, is that Arlene? I don't know, but Shao Kahn does his daughter's
Arlene.
homework for her and offs the guy himself.
Oh,
Raiden sees
Nice
this familiar
reference.
conflict
We were
and tries to take
way
advantage of it.
off.
Go to Shang Tsung's flesh
Yeah.
pits. Much will be revealed there.
What about all those
Camera
dead bodies
man,
over
you
there?
buy her dinner and you already
counted those
tried to
already.
take her to the flesh pits? She takes his advice and walks boobily through the forest from Wizard of Oz.
Naughty.
Her friend Jade tries to stop her, saying
Naughty,
she should
naughty.
be a loyal daughter to their Emperor Shao Kahn. One friendly ass beating later, Katana gets past
Jeez,
Jade and makes her way
that
to
fan.
the flesh
I'm a
pits.
fan of
He finds a
hers.
bunch of ladies in tubes, and they ain't Ripley clones. They're naked toothy ladies.
The blue-
Clothe me. Clothe
Because that was
me.
almost done,
of
and
them
then
is
there's one on the
clearly
table.
shamed, lying naked on the floor.
She looks like me.
I mean, I guess, but why would that be?
Not even close.
Oh,
I mean, just
duh,
the
that's
body.
what it was,
Oh,
Jake.
yeah.
Katana's sister! It's Melina, a fan favorite. And not just because she's totally butt-ass naked here. She's also unhinged and a lot of fun.
one reason.
Let us be a family.
Katana defeats her and learns that Shang Tsung is
That's the voice
responsible
there.
for creating this half Tarkatan, half clone. He did so on the orders of Papa Shaka Khan, who tells Katana he
Papa
ain't
Shaka
real
Khan.
bad.
Your father was a weakling Adinian king. I annihilated him while merging his realm with Outworld. and took his
Annihilate
queen as
him!
Oh,
my wife.
I can't tell if she already knew
Don't
this
remember
or
his
not.
voice being
Katana
that
is
way.
taken away.
It's been a while.
Jade realizes maybe the Emperor isn't a good guy. She tries to free Katana, but gets run out of the place and attacked by Melina on the beach. Melina may have
Junk
slightly
in the
more
trunk.
clothes on now,
Ooh,
but don't
baby.
worry, the game's still gonna give us that boob shot. God, she probably didn't
This
even
is
have
the
to fight
lowest
her.
angles of the land.
Over. She's so fucking top heavy. Raiden and his lightning lads down up onto the beach where the jaded Jade lends her booty brush and ponytail to their cause. Liu Kang learns that Katana is being held prisoner by Shao
all he's
Kahn,
watching.
strung up like Sonya and Kano were in this stage in Mortal Kombat 2. Liu's too distracted to fight in the tournament, so Raiden gives the go-ahead to Kung Lao. He's told he has to fight in a sorcerer handicap match against Shang Tsung and Quan Chi.
Which is annoying.
Stop this
That's the thing about MK9 is the
That's a
difficulty
reference to
to
the
out of
fifth
nowhere
Man, voice, love it.
skyrockets when you have to fight two
which had a
people.
plot where these two work together. The storyline mode wasn't quite as cinematic though. Kung Lao wins that fight, then has to go through the secondary boss Kintaro, who's basically a kitty cat Goro. Kung Lao beats Peter Crisoro and gets cocky, which is what I've always liked about him.
No wonder I'm always sneezing
He
around
took
him.
the hat off. He didn't. If he
And now
didn't
he's
do
dead.
that, he
Killed
would
by
be
a
dead.
surprise neck snap, courtesy of Shao Kahn. Kung Lao, more like Kung Ao.
Take a
am I
shot
right?
every time someone
Well,
dies.
Kung Lao's always been a punching
I'd be
bag in
dead.
the series. He was blasted by Shao Kahn in MK3, killed by the Deadly Alliance in Deception, soul
Yeah,
sucked
and in the
2021
movie,
and ripped in half in the animated film.
He's just a butt of the joke a lot of the time.
Fatality.
At least he dies with variety, unlike his ancestor, the Great Kung Lao, who always just gets murdered by Goro. Liu Kang kidney tackles Shao Kahn, and they have their climactic showdown. Of course, Liu wins and uses his Shaolin monk powers to Kung Pao Shao Kahn, entering his fist into the dude's torso. This counts as a
Oh,
kill as
yeah.
far as I'm concerned. I mean, look at all that mouth blood.
But it isn't.
Once again,
He's
Outworld is a
fine.
bunch of
It's just a
lefties
flesh
that
wound.
perish
Don't
thanks
count
to
that
Liu
one, man.
Kang. And sure, Kung Lao may have died, but at least Liu got the girl, and the amulet's fixed. Or wait, no it's not. Well, at least Liu got the girl. The
We're
Mortal
on the
Kombat
path
2
of
story is over
still
now, so we can
screwed.
start MK3's, which sees the return of Shao Kahn, who did die, but has been resurrected by Quan Chi. Even though Outworld lost the 10th Mortal Kombat tournament, and then the winner takes all, swear to God's final
that what
final
happened? I don't
Quan
think that
Chi
happened.
says they should just invade Earthrealm anyway. It might anger the Elder Gods, but Shao Kahn says, fuck them gods. Only problem is, his
Love when he
ex-wife
does hands
Sindel
on
died
hips.
casting a spell that prevents him from invading other realms. Quan Chi
The
says
sassy.
dead people are his specialty. Hell,
Very
he brought
sassy.
Bihan back as Noob Saibot. That's that shadow ninja hanging out right there. Quan Chi does the same with Sindel, Queen of Edenia and true mother to Princess Kitana.
was so good
he turns
here.
her from a bastard Skelly into a naked desert MILF. She's now loyal to Shao Kahn and agrees to remove her magic realm protection spell.
The invasion of Earthrealm can now begin.
It does.
I'm
with a fight
terrified
on the
by that
streets
voice.
Of the creatively named Earthrealm City. There are a number of casualties here.
Earthrealm City?
Somewhere in the
Is that what it is?
neighborhood.
Earthrealm City.
16, 17.
That's
Whoa,
terrible.
Whoa, Striker. I don't pay you to count. I pay Josh to count. What's the number, good buddy?
12.
Thanks.
Wait, where's my shirt?
You heard him. 12 background bodies.
Yes,
adopted
no
from
shirts allowed in this
Plus
video.
can be added to the count. All that death and these big fuckers, I don't even know what they
Everybody
are,
just
are
take
bad
the
news
shirts
for
off.
Earthrealmers like SWAT officers,
They're
Striker, and
automatons.
Cabal. After defeating the usual Outworld appetizer, they see Melina standing there with her ass out. God, that outfit looks even worse when everyone around her's in full tactical gear. Striker defeats Melina,
Yeah.
but still doesn't understand what's going
Ever
on.
get cold?
Johnny Cage fighting a giant monster? What is this, Time Smashers?
No, but it is Motaro's.
Boom to the bridge.
Since Raiden
Oh,
kills
that's my
the
favorite part.
Centaur. It's confirmed when they get back to Outworld later.
Oh,
This
look
is
at
what
this.
based off
How
of Johnny
pathetic.
Cage's original death, as he saw in one of his visions. Cage was actually killed and brought back a whole bunch of times in the original timeline. It was kind of dumb. In any case, I'm bummed by Motaro's kill. I know he's got some naysayers, but I've always loved the scary secondary boss of
Nay.
It's so
Sayers.
hard,
By
right?
shitty
Yeah,
depiction
you know
of
that.
Annihilation, and he doesn't even get a single line in this game? What gives? Instead, we get a second appearance from Kintaro that nobody asked for, who uses his magical fire breath to flame the maiden fair. By
Which
which
I
mean
always
Cabal, whose skin
thought
is
was,
horribly burned.
Shiva
Everyone's
that did
power,
that, but
But he's
no,
alright.
wrong.
Striker's able to beat Kintaro, then has to face Ermac in a subway. He must break out the bullet time or something, since this human cop uses his human cop weapons to defeat an undead ninja made of a bunch of souls. Striker is approached by Nightwolf, an Earthrealm warrior of the fictional Matoka tribe. They agree to be friends, but Striker fails his critical role when he looks for Cabal's burnt body. His partner's been taken to Outworld.
And
by
that voice
nasty Aussie
actor,
bastard, Kano.
Judge,
Burned to a crisp you were.
he's great.
Thing I found you.
Cabal used to be a member of Kano's
got a really
Black
good
Dragon
outfit
criminal empire.
when that happened.
Kano has saved him with a gas mask
Badass.
and pigtails, hoping to get him on their side again. I like that Kano and Cabal's relationship was touched on in the 2021 movie. It made for some great profane dialogue. This
And he was
Cabal
really
doesn't
good
wanna
in
be
that
a bad
movie.
guy, though.
You can't
He
go
wants
through
to
that
see Shao
there.
Kahn in person. When they get to his throne room, they watch as the Emperor saps away Shang Tsung's soul to give to his resurrected rewife Sindel. Damn, Khan, pleasuring your lady with another guy? Whatever y'all are into, I guess. Cabal's attempt to approach Shao Kahn
Three-way.
runs into various difficulties, so he uses his newfound super speed to catch the nearest portal back to Earthrealm. There, he runs into Cyber Sub-Zero, a never-before-seen version of the character. When Raiden changed the
I
timeline
hated that
and saved
period in my
Smoke
life.
from becoming a cyborg, he inadvertently caused Kuai Liang to fall to the Cyber Initiative instead. Smoke and Raiden aren't pleased.
But he's
about
reprogrammed
that,
to be
so
still
they
good.
reprogrammed
He's still
Sub-Zero
good.
to be on their side again. Wonder how many Dweemer cogs it took. Cyber Subby agrees to return to Outworld undercover, but
You know how many
Sector
viruses
snips
I
him out,
got?
like, right the fuck away. Tries to fight him in that subway station.
he's
Sub-Zero wins
freezing
and
up.
looks at Sector's heroes.
I mean, I like
path to
that
learn
part,
where the
but still.
Outworld bullies are. Kano, quit lasering the hostages, you dick. Sub-Zero shows up and freezes all 10 arms of the oppressors, then frees the
course.
Earthrealm soldiers before the bad
Freeze
guys
everything.
thaw out. After defeating Hobbs and Goran,
They were
he makes
frozen
it
for
to a
way too long.
graveyard where Quan Chi is casting a, no shit, Soulnado.
What did you see?
Oh
Shao
no!
Kahn Solnados.
Sub-Zero knows how
Help her,
shitty
Mac.
blank NATO things tend to be and goes to
They've
stop
been-
it.
they've
with
Try and
existed
stop
since
it.
Cybot. This is his brother Bihan,
throne
brought
room.
back from the dead by Quan Chi.
Man, he looks so good.
Soul Chamber.
We
That's
are
what it was.
flawed copies of our former selves.
They fight, and Cyber Subby stops his Cybrobot. By the way,
I've always been
stupid-ass
stronger than
name
Bro.
Noob Cybot
Matter
comes
of
from
Bro-
reversing
Brobot.
Boone
Yeah, I
and
love that.
Tobias, the surnames of Mortal Kombat co-creators Ed Boon and John Tobias. Quan Chi still tries to
Oh,
cast
this
that soul
G4
but
TV?
Nightwolf stops him and kicks
Way
Bihan
back.
into that green party. The sorcerer bails with a blast, escaping while, frankly, really disrespecting the people buried there. Okay? Nightwolf reports back to the good guys, but wouldn't you know it, this still ain't fixed the future according to the achy breaky amulet. Raiden's furious that nothing is working, so he takes Liu Kang to go talk to the other Elder Gods. As
Looks so
soon as they're
mad.
gone, the Cyber Lin Kuei appears, so they can have a bunch of all-out ninja fights!
Oh
When the
yeah!
Firefoods battle is over, I can count 15 or so bodies lying around. But those include Cyrax and Sector, who definitely aren't dead, so I can't conclusively say anyone else is either. Oh, except this cyborg, whom Katana
Love
decapitates with
Cabal's
a
hair.
If you want
right
kills
there.
to count, don't
Yeah,
worry.
but
'cause
the
Sidel
next
is here,
thing right here that
goddamn
happens.
lungs out.
Pigtails.
The resurrected Sidel is simply OP in
All
this
of them.
game, since she faces down
Right.
a series of strangely weak attacks from these Earthrealmers who fight her one at a time. Not only that, she winds up killing pretty much all of your faves. And
With the
Stryker,
high
she tells
heels.
Jax to heal,
Yeah.
smoke in the crotch and snaps his neck before his man
Jeez.
can start, and finally rips out Jade's stomach. Lily Mumster then beats the crap out of her daughter Kitana, having lost all sense of self after getting back with her ex.
Shao Kahn has resurrected me. You have betrayed him.
She starts to sap away Katana's life with purple magic when Nightwolf interferes and stops her with blue magic. Blue's better. Go.
And it
blue.
blows himself
Sidel
up.
gains the upper hair. but
Freaking
when
Vegeta.
she
Why does he have
the
green
kill,
magic?
Nightwolf uses his I'm Rubber Your Glue powers to reflect it back onto her, killing them both in the same surge of energy. Hair
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Wolf.
Majin Vegeta.
Take
the
one
Elder
for
Gods to
team.
Stop Shao Kahn's invasion, but they say they can't because
Harakiri.
technically he's not breaking any rules.
Invasion is not itself a transgression. It is the merger of realms that is prescribed.
A distinction without a difference!
The giant heads are a giant disappointment, so the monk and
Right.
the lightning god return to an absolute mess. Liu finds a mortally wounded Kitana, who lets him know she was a big fan of his before dying from the damage inflicted by her mom.
They are dead.
146 already.
Kill graphics and everything. And with Raiden's time cookie still crumbling, Liu Kang has lost all faith in the lightning god.
What is
Time
next,
cookie.
Raiden? Tell me the future. How do we honor their sacrifice?
Wow, attitude much? Since everyone is dead,
How do we
except for
honor their
Sonya and Johnny,
sacrifice?
Liu dismisses Raiden.
Yeah, that last
He's
word.
going.
The
Yeah, he-
handsome god becomes a seeker of darkness and
Who's the
visits
hardest
Quan Chi
chapter in the
fight with
game.
Netherrealm. Raiden asks him to align with Earthrealm, promising him the souls of all the fallen combatants. But Quan Chi laughs it off. He's already got them souls, thanks to an agreement he made with
And they
Shao
look
Kahn.
so good.
Dun, dun.
Wait,
so
how are
good.
Raiden and Shao Kahn
They
able to
look
use
so
other people's
good.
souls as tender? Is this some kind of multi-level soul marketing scam? Raiden has to fight some of the revenants off, including an angry and somehow even boobier Kitana. Quan Chi tells him Shao Kahn's
Just less
about to merge
outfit.
Outworld with Earthrealm, which makes
How do you
Raiden
get
realize
less?
that if he does, he will finally
I guess Melita.
officially violate the rules of the Elder Gods.
He must win.
He determines that the he who must win is Shao Kahn himself, a plan of action Liu Kang thinks is insane.
That is insane.
See? What's really insane is that Raiden didn't send a clearer message back in time. Couldn't have just said Shao Kahn must win? That extra syllable worth all the confusion, dude?
Right.
Shao Kahn makes his entrance into
That's it.
Earthrealm. When Liu Kang
Yeah.
goes to fight him, Raiden thunderclaps back with lightning. They face off, and the combination of their fire and lightning powers consumes Liu Kang's body and actually kills Mortal Kombat's main character. Raiden asks for forgiveness, but Liu bicycle kicks him while he's down.
You have killed us.
Damn, that's cold. Johnny
Yeah, he
Cage
don't
and
look good.
Sonya are helpless to stop Shao Kahn, so...
He's held that grudge for like 2
so
games.
dramatic.
Raiden doesn't even bother fighting. He just wants the
Soap
prophecy
opera.
to be fulfilled. Khan beats him back and forth between this timeline and the other one, reenacting everything, including the Shattered Amulet. But when Shao Kahn declares victory and tries to merge the realms, it finally officially violates the rules. A bunch of dream demons appear and save Raiden so he can live forever! A newly empowered Raiden is able to defeat Shao Kahn, though not easily, since this boss battle's a bitch.
Yeah,
After the
it
fight,
sucks.
Raiden
That's
sees
right,
the
that's
Elder
how that
God
went.
heals on the Emperor of Outworld, and they kill him by turning him into a firework. God's bless Earthrealm. The invasion is
Terrible.
over and the amulet is restored, meaning Raiden has saved this timeline from Armageddon. Too bad everyone's dead anyway.
I am responsible for their loss.
I mean, yeah, man, kinda. Raiden leaves with Sonya, Johnny, and Liu Kang's corpse, meaning they don't see when Shao Kahn's helm is picked up by Quan Chi. Turns out he's been working for Lord
Gonna put it
Shinnok
on
this whole
like he
time.
put on my
Elder
mask?
God of Death, who's another
Hate him
big bad of
for
the
that
franchise.
and
I'd
everything.
get into more details, but there will be time for that in Mortal Kombat X, when he's the story's main antagonist.
Look at that outfit.
For now, the game ends with this cliffhanger.
It is time. Soon I will be free. Earthrealm and Outworld.
Most of the voices improved for X.
How many combatants got back to the future, back to their graves? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Just
140
as soon as I select my to the numbers,
8.
James.
Where were they at?
Let's see here.
Oh, nice.
2017 James.
He got a pilgrim outfit. He's a
Like
doctor.
that. That's a fun idea.
70s
Santa Meat.
porno
Gross.
star down there. Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, Crazy
Got
Ralph
freaking
James.
Ice Cream Man.
This was, yeah, that must have taken a little while to get into all those
Thought I would
costumes.
just
We
become
know.
Crazy Ralph me, but finish him. What are you doing?
Classic.
Crazy James wins. James
That's all it took was that one time. Appreciate it. The parody there.
That guy's crazy. I counted 148 kills in Mortal Kombat
I already
9,
got it
which
on
included
that.
nearly every playable and named character, and a whole bunch of dead folk in the
That's
background.
way off.
For this pie chart, I'll divide the kills between the 98 background bodies or extras and the 50 named characters I counted, 34 of whom were in that opening scene.
I'll always love this
As far
jam
as
in the
who did
background.
killing, 9 characters had confirmed kills on screen. Raiden and Sindel tied for the most with 8, Shao Kahn
Ooh.
was in 3rd place with 4, and all the
Wow,
other killer
Kahn.
combatants scored a single casualty with a K each.
Thought you'd do
If
better.
you didn't notice, I can't really do time codes or run times with a video game, so those are all the stats I have for you here in this void.
What about the other ones that were killed at the beginning?
All the dead combatants shown in the beginning. Rare that any technically off-screen kills get this award, but this was a great opener and painted such a gnarly picture. It immediately made me excited for the rest of the game. Dome Machete for Lama's kill goes to Cyber Sub-Zero. The whole
Hey!
Sindel massacre is a letdown as it's depicted, but Cyber Subby gets taken out by 3 punches. And that's it.
Oh,
well, yeah,
Mortal Kombat
okay.
9
I
came
thought
out
it was
in
the-
2011 to huge acclaim, winning
I'm
several
the
Fighting
one that
Game
gets
of the
killed.
Year
Yeah,
awards.
you're
Put
right.
the
It was
franchise
terrible.
back in the spotlight, and a sequel followed
Especially that
3
way.
years later. If this episode does well, I can look at MKX. But until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
And we already know
Thanks a
you
lot for
do.
watching this
Yes.
Kill Count on Mortal Kombat 9/Mortal Kombat 2011. The first ever video game Kill Count. We'll have another one for you soon enough, though, because Chelsea's
Oh.
going to be covering Danganronpa, or Danganronpa? I don't know how you say it, I don't play it. It's the one with the panda bear principle. Obviously, not all video games are going to fit the format of the Kill Count, but thankfully, these NetherRealm Studio Mortal Kombat games do. They have a pretty linear story, a bunch of characters die, it really works, and I just fucking love Mortal Kombat, dude. This game is
Well, he's gonna
fucking
do one
hard to
pretty
track
soon.
down, man. If you've never played it, you're probably not gonna. I had to buy a physical copy and a PlayStation 3 to play it. I think all the digital versions have been removed, I think because of the Freddy Krueger rights. Fred Krueger fucking up Mortal Kombat 9. Anyway, if you are a Mortal Kombat
I didn't even
game
know
fan,
that.
Yeah, I had
Well, we're
no
gonna stop it
idea.
right there.
and if you're not a
Well, yeah, we know he does MKX. He will probably be doing MK11 and MK1. His videos, as you can see, they're very informative. He's a big Mortal Kombat fan, big horror fan. He has lots of great videos like this. And this is how he started the video game side of his series. So that was a great first game to start with. I love the kill count. I was way off on the numbers, just like you were.
Man, 50 even. I mean, with I like how he divided that too. Like he's like, hey, the objections about dead bodies present already in frame was weeded out at the end when he said, okay, with 50 of them, but still, that was higher than my original number of 36. But the total count of like 148 was ridiculous. I didn't think we were gonna get up there.
Yeah, who killed the people at the beginning of the game anyway? Because shouldn't that have been like attributed to someone? I don't even remember.
It's got to be each other because you saw one
it's unknown.
character split in half by a hat from Kung Lao, and the other one, Scorpion spears next to this person, Nightwolf's arrows, and another person on the stairs.
So it's MK1's ending, basically. Right there is what you get to see at the beginning of the game.
It's always a pyramid. You always go up, like the one with Jet Li, like Maya, the Mayans. You go up a flight of stairs to the top of something to die. It's like a whole setup. You're reaching your way to the top.
And I see in the end here, he has a "Don't hug me, I'm scared" one, a "Talk to me" one, Emesis Blue. I don't even know what that one is, but yeah, he's got a lot of great stuff. You should check him out. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell thing if you'd like to see more. And I love MK9. Do you love MK9?
Yeah, we see you guys next time on the next episode or whatever the hell we're gonna do next. Bye bye, everybody.
He didn't answer me.
Well,
do you like MK9?
Yeah.
There we go.
My favorite. It's my favorite next gen games.
Right on.
I actually completed it too.
Yeah,
recently.
so check those out. Have a nice day.